What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Ripken Report. My name is Jacob Gold, and this edition is a special edition. It was Father's Day yesterday. Shout out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to my dad. I hope you guys had the best day. This week, the standings got shaken up a little bit. The Southern Maryland Senators became the hottest team in the league, along with the only Crop Dusters, who are both well into first place in their respective divisions. However, there is one guarantee in the Cal Ripken Sr. League: nothing is set in stone. We'll break down all the change from this set of matchups, reveal our hitter and pitcher of the week, check out the top 5 plays, and much more, including a brand new segment. So let's get started. The hottest team in the Cal Ripken Sr. League right now wears black and white. The Southern Maryland Senators entered Sunday's action riding a 6-game winning streak and putting together one of the most impressive offensive weeks we've seen all season. The Senators recorded 16 runs against Metro SoCo, 18 against Bethesda, 19 against Alexandria, and then split a doubleheader against first place Olney. The offense has been relentless from top to bottom. One of the biggest reasons for that success has been Bud Coombs, who continued his incredible season and helped power Southern Maryland through one of their toughest stretches of the schedule. He recently committed to Vanderbilt, transferring from Maryland. Here are his thoughts about his performance and his thoughts about repping the SEC. What's up, everybody? Jacob Gold here from the Ripken Report. I'm here with Bud Coombs of the Southern Maryland Senators. You had an amazing grand slam today. Take us what was going on through your head as, that pitch came to the plate.
I knew I had bases loaded, and I just didn't want to, do too much. I didn't want the moment to be too big for me, so just made sure the guy threw a strike, and just didn't do too much, just let my hands do the work.
Yeah. So 5 days ago, it came out that you were transferring to Vanderbilt from the University of Maryland. What is it like to represent some SEC baseball in the Cal Ripken Sr. League?
It's just a blessing, being in that league and just play ball. You know what I'm saying? I just hold myself to a kind of a standard. You know what I'm saying? Just to represent myself on and off the field accordingly.
Gotcha. And what can the Commodores expect from your play?
Just a guy that's going to give it his all. Just play hard, just work hard, play hard all the time, and just grind it out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
The Senators currently sit atop the South Division and look every bit like a championship contender. While Southern Maryland is leading the South, the Olney Crop Dusters have taken control of the North. Olney finished the week with a league-best 12-6 record and a 2-game lead over Bethesda. The Crop Dusters picked up huge wins over Alexandria, Bethesda, Metro SoCo, Southern Maryland, and the Thunderbolts throughout the week. What makes this team dangerous is their consistency. Every night, someone different seems to step up, and they've found ways to win both high-scoring games and pitchers' duels. Right now, everybody in the North Division is chasing Olney. Friday night's game of the week wasn't just another game on the schedule. The Cal Ripken Sr. League's Juneteenth celebration at Shirley Povich Field created one of the best atmospheres we've seen all season. Read Ellie Rand's article about this event, which included some exclusive interviews. Fans packed the ballpark as Bethesda Big Train hosted the Gaithersburg Giants in a matchup that was anything but ordinary. Every year at this Juneteenth game, Bethesda sets up fireworks to go off at 9 p.m. No matter where we are in the game, Bethesda becomes the Sandlot. Those fireworks were big in Bethesda, but not for the Big Train. We'll have more on that matchup later in the show. Our featured game comes from Bethesda. The Braves picked up a game with a 15-6 win over the Big Train, in a matchup where two teams are looking to get out of the middle of the pack. SoCo kept a consistent offensive attack, scoring 2 or more every time they put up runs. Tuesday's game comes from Olney. The Crop Dusters bounced back in a big way, shutting down Alexandria Aces 13-0. Olney's pitching dominated from start to finish, while the offense provided plenty of support in their most complete performance of the week. We go down to Southern Maryland. The Senators kept their winning streak alive with a 16-10 victory over the Metro SoCo Braves. The offense was firing on all cylinders and continued to show why Southern Maryland has become one of the league's most dangerous teams. Our featured game comes from Silver Spring. The DC Grays picked up a key 8-4 victory over the Thunderbolts and continued building momentum. With 7 innings and 7 strikeouts, Chris Fortunato shut down all hitters all game long. After the game, I caught up with the Grays standout. I'm here with Chris Fortunato. Chris, in a league that has a bunch of really high scores, how did you limit the damage to that?
I was able to just hold the zone, only walk one. That's something I've been able to do really well. Reduce speed contact early and mostly go to distance.
Awesome. And how'd you feel about this amazing Grays run score? They put up 8 on the board for you.
I love my guys. I know my boy Benny had a multi-hit game, so I love when they're hitting, batting around, makes my job easy.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time. With that, the Grays have quietly climbed back into the South Division race. Friday's game of the week comes from Bethesda. Gaithersburg Giants defeated the Big Train 10-5 during the Juneteenth celebration. In front of a sold-out crowd, the Giants delivered in a big moment and picked up a crucial win. After the game, I caught up with Giant star Drew Cobb. I'm here with Drew Cobb. He was 3 for 4 today, earned the victory against the Big Train here at Povich. Drew, just take us through your at-bats today.
It was good. We talked about it before the game, just pitch selection. That's all we're working on. Just getting the fastball over the plate.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you guys, unfortunately, have dropped the last 2. How does it feel to get back in the win column?
Feels good. Yeah, no, for sure. We needed it, but the pitchers gave us a great chance, and that's a good way to end these fireworks.
Yeah, awesome. How about the next few games? You guys think you're going to be on the right trajectory?
For sure, yeah. It's good to build on the momentum. We got 2 games tomorrow, so got to go 2-0 tomorrow.
Awesome. Saturday, Alexandria hosted a doubleheader. The Thunderbolts took Game 1 against the Aces 19-8. The Thunderbolts' offense exploded, looking more and more like the lineup we saw earlier this season, and reminding the rest of the league just how dangerous they can be when they're clicking. A crazy 7th inning made the game unmanageable for the Aces. Just look at that box score. Father's Day was well spent for all the fathers of Grays players as they took down the Senators, an underdog win that proved that DC is not a team to roll over on. A hard-fought game, the Grays held off a strong push from Southern Maryland towards the end of the game. DC, right back in that division. Time for this week's Bull Market. This is a brand new segment where we tell you all the teams and players whose stocks are rising throughout the season. We'll start with our first team. It's the Southern Maryland Senators, a 6-game winning streak entering Sunday, and they're first place in the South. They're just going to rise throughout the entire season, I can just tell. The Olney Crop Dusters, best record in the North Division and complete control of the standings. They have been fantastic all season long, and I cannot wait to see what they do in the playoffs. The DC Grays, 4 straight wins and suddenly right back in the division conversation. If they keep this pace, they might be right back where the Southern Maryland Senators are. Bud Coombs, one of the biggest reasons the Senators have the hottest team in the league right now. He's been hitting at an unbelievable pace. Bud Coombs, your stock is rising. Zach Malfascio, 4 home runs this week and one of the hottest bats in the league. Great job, Zach. Can't wait to see what you do all season long.
It is now time for the top 5 plays. Starting off at number 5, we have Logan Ponnet at bat. Takes that one to left field. Eli Livingston, diving catch! Unbelievable by Eli Livingston of the Giants. Now on to number 4. It's Bud Coombs. Takes that one to left field. Opens up the scoring for the Senators. That's a grand slam for Bud Coombs. Let's go on to number 3.
In just a minute. This one tattooed over to right and a diving play. How about that for the freshman? And some celebration with that as fireworks in the ballpark. They will go off. They will just go as we played here tonight. Well, how often do you get rewarded?
We hope you enjoyed the feed there from Big Train. Now on to number 2. We have the Grays and T-Bolts. That one's roped out to Jonathan Acosta. Gets up there. A great leaping catch from Jonathan Acosta. Now for number 1. Cal Johnson takes that one Deep right field, he knows it. Everyone in the stadium knows it. They can go home. It's a walk-off for Cal Johnson in the revenge game from Friday. Big Train wins it. Let's look at the celebration in front of all of his teammates, rounding third base. Cal Johnson, the hero in this one, and he's the hero of our top plays. That'll do it for the top plays. Back to Jacob Gold.
Now it's time for our weekly awards. This week's Hitter of the Week goes to Bud Coombs of the Southern Maryland Senators. Frankly, this one wasn't very close. Coombs put together one of the most dominant offensive weeks we've seen all season, hitting .545 with 11 hits, 4 home runs, and 8 RBIs. He also posted an incredible 1.091 slugging percentage and reached base at a clip of .688. helping fuel the Senators' 6-game winning streak and rise to the top of the South Division. Every time Southern Maryland needed a big hit, seemed like Bud Coombs delivered. 2 grand slams is nothing to sneeze at. And when you're a catalyst for one of the hottest teams in the league, you're going to earn some recognition. Congratulations to Southern Maryland's Bud Coombs for our Week 3 Hitter of the Week. And now for our Pitcher of the Week. This award goes to Ben Jones of the Olney Crop Dusters. Jones was absolutely dominant on the mound. The Westchester right-hander tossed 8 scoreless innings, allowing just 3 hits, striking out 9 batters, and only issuing 2 walks. Opponents hit just 111 against him during the outing, and he helped Olney continue its march towards first place in the North Division. Congratulations to the Olney Crop Dusters pitcher, Ben Jones, our Week 3 Pitcher of the Week. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Ripken Report. The playoff races are starting to heat up, the standings are getting tighter, and every game is becoming more important. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode. For the Ripken Report, I'm Jacob Gold. Thank you for watching. I'll see you at the ballpark.